Hi, I'm Tyler for TK24 Sports, and on today's Premier League review show, we're taking a look at the games that we covered on the Game Day Hype Show, which was Friday, of course, which was Brighton versus Everton, Manchester United taking on Everton, and the big one, Liverpool versus Manchester City. So all that is going to come up in this show, plus all the other results that took place over the weekend. We will be scrolling across the screen as the show goes on. So if you're new to the show, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn that notification on. And the best way to do it is you can do it right here, right now. So you don't have to tilt your screen or anything else. You can just go ahead and do that. Because we bring you so much action, of course, you get the Premier League review show on a Monday. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, you get the Champions League review show. And then Friday, Saturday, you then get the Game Day Hype show. So there's so many shows, enough every day, during the week, you're always going to be covered. So, you ready? Let's kick off with the first game, Brighton versus Arsenal. Now, of course, it's ended 0-0. It wasn't the best game for the neutrals or for both supporters. Arsenal will feel they are lucky to get away with just getting a point, plus another clean sheet. Brighton, on the other hand, will feel aggrieved that they didn't actually take their chances. And even when you look at the stats, a lot of people, especially the Arsenal fans, in meltdown, no idea why they're in a meltdown. Actually, maybe the conclusion was because they beat Spurs, they won 3 on the bounce, and then they're thinking they're going to rock up to Brighton and then just take the P and win. But that's not the case, is it? Because Brighton are in form. Brighton actually were playing good football. Now, yes, it was windy, the gale forces of the rain and the pitch and everything else. But one thing's for sure, this is a good victory for Arsenal in the sense of, yes, they got 1 point. But with that 1 point, it means it's 3 clean sheets in 4 games. That is tremendous. Think of the start of the season. They played 3, lost 3, conceded 9. They come out from the winter break. When I say the winter break, the international break, they then had 4 games, 1 goal conceded and scored plenty and won 3 on the bounce. So that for Arsenal is a great turning point. Now going into this international break, what does it mean for these two teams? Brighton, if they did win, they would have been second in the league, just behind Chelsea for the amount of points that they were on. But now Arsenal only sit 3 points, now 4 points away from Brighton, 6 points away from the top of the table, and they're now still in contention to play when they come back, when they play, of course, they're going to play Palace and then they're going to play Villa and so on after those games after that. So what was the conclusion after this? It was just a bitter, sweet draw for both teams. Both teams can look at it. Brighton, yes, they had the most shots, but when you look on the shots on target, they're both pretty equal, and there was nothing really to it to turn around and say, yes, both teams kind of deserve the win. Arsenal in the second half, they had one of the best chances, when I would say. Smith Rowe making a run, should have passed it into Saka. I don't know what Smith Rowe was on, he just should have put his head up, just passed the ball, and then it could have been a goal, who knows. Now, on Brighton's side, they had some good clear-cut chances. In the first half, it was pretty much a bit of a flap from Ramsdale. He came for the ball, he got it, he just spilled out. And then Ramsdale, if you watch it back, he done this thing where he kind of turned around and he laid on his belly looking like he was Polak, and he really was. I think he just thought, bloody hell, I balled this one up and it's going to be 1-0, it's going to be all my fault. Didn't happen, so lucky for Ramsdale. But then again, Ramsdale did redeem himself later on in the second half with a cross that came in, and he got there before Mopai, made the save, and well, apart from that, that was really it. So let's move on to the next game, which was, of course, Manchester United versus Everton. Now, in this game, you know how I covered it. You know how I went raw about it when I said Rafa Benitez is a specialist at Old Trafford. And he almost pulled it off as well with a Yanni Mina second goal that would have been the winner in the second half. Ronaldo sitting this one on the bench, and I'll say, he kind of got it right. But again, I think there's something up with the tactics. There's something up with the players. There's something that's just not clicking. When was the last time Manchester United actually kept a clean sheet? You remember the United fans were mugging off the Arsenal fans saying, we've got Varane and we could pay much less, we've got this experienced guy, this is it for us, we're going to be doing things, and we've got Ronaldo, we've got Sancho, and they were going wild, buck wild. They're nothing special, are they? They're still Manchester United. Maybe it's the manager, maybe it's the tactics, or maybe it's just the players. It's something that's just not stirring or sitting right. But you also go to show that when Ronaldo doesn't play, there's not really much of a goal threat. Cavani did play, and still there was nothing really special. He had a header in the first half, nothing really came of it, went wide. Did it go wide? No, it went wide. But apart from that, that was about it. United just don't look threatening. Good goal by Martial, good build-up play, beautiful through ball by Bruno. But apart from that, I couldn't see anything else that United were doing or going to do later on this season, even after the international break, that's going to make any other team scared playing them. But of course, Andros Townsend, that man, oh my God, do you see what he done the celebration when he done that? He kind of messed that one up quite bad. But the build-up to the goal was brilliant. The counter-attack was just superb. It was so fast. And the way Townsend got there, in the end, got into the box and then just slotted it away. And De Gea just stood there like that. And before you knew it, it was 1-1. And yes, Everton could have nicked it. You know, Yanni Mina, all you have to do is just sit back a little bit. That ball came across. They put it in the back of the net. Could have won the game. But United fans are going crazy now, aren't they? In the beginning, when they got Ronaldo, Sancho, and Varane, the Ollie Out Brigade kind of went down. They beat Leeds opening day of the season. This is it. This is the one. This is what we've been waiting for. Get a couple of results. Now they're starting to lose. Now they're starting to draw. And now United fans are saying, yeah, it's time. Ollie goes, Ollie goes, Ollie goes. Listen, this is the second break. Wait until the third international break, and if United do not improve, then maybe you can have a cause of concern. But at the moment, no one's running away with the league. It's only 16 points that Chelsea are on. No one has done 7-7, which is then give you 21 points. So while the fans are still going ups and arms and crazy, I mean, look at Arsenal. Arsenal at the start of the season were on 0 points and now in 7 games on 10 points and 6 points just behind Chelsea. 3 points away from breaking into, let's say, the top half nearly. Then 4 points will bring him closer to the edge of a top 4. 5 points will take him at least 4th. So when you look at it and the start of things, do you need to get angry every single time your team does not win? But I want to get back onto that one a bit later. So let's move on to the last game that just got played, which I just watched. And it was a snooze fest in the first half, which was, of course, Liverpool versus City, which finished 2-2. My conclusion on this, the first half was rubbish. It was rubbish football. The best chance of the half was, of course, going to City. Phil Foden wasn't on his game. De Bruyne was very sloppy. I didn't think anything special of him at all whatsoever. Why the hell was Sterling still on the bench? But why the hell was Sterling on the bench in the first place? I mean, I tweeted about it. And if you don't know what my Twitter handle is, it's right here. So you can follow me straight away. Make sure you do. But I would say this. The first half was a snooze fest. Nothing really and truly to talk about in the first half. James Milner looked a bit all out of sorts, a bit leggy, of course, because Trent wasn't playing. So I can move on to the second half. Then it came alive. Then the football came alive. Still wasn't great, tantalizing football. But what was happening was, the shots were coming in, the spaces were opening up. And then you get to the first goal. Good bit of skill play by Mo Salah. Gets the ball from a Fabinho pass to him, flicks it up over Cancelo, runs, drives, and then Mane makes a beautiful dart, comes out, then comes back in, ball played in, bang, 1-0. And then you go to then the first goal by City, by Phil Foden. Good little counter-attacking move, ball comes in to Foden, this time doesn't hesitate, just bang, 1-1. Go on to the second goal. Now, this was the worldie. This was, to me, the worldie. This was a class goal by Mo Salah. Picks the ball up, drops Bernardo on his backside, twists Laporta inside out. I think he's still coming back around to see where he is right now. And then Mo Salah finishes off to the far post with his right foot. 2-1. Then comes the second goal for City to make it 2-2. Great ball. Foden gets it, drags it across the box. Kyle Walker's then made a leap from right back into the 18-yard box. I don't know if he meant to do the dummy and flick over, but it did come off well. And then, of course, it lands to De Bruyne. He takes a shot, gets deflection, goes in 2-2. Great game in the second half. Great goals. Good attacking football in the second half, but the first half was just poor. And how the hell did James Milner stay on the pitch? I don't know. He should have been sent off for the second bookable offence. It didn't happen. Pep was going mad. You know how cold it was today? It must have been cold up there in Liverpool. Pep was so angry, he had to take his coat off, and that's how hot he was. But anyway, as we know, those are the 3 games we covered. Pretty decent games. All draws, apart from Arsenal's score draw, was goalless draw, shall we say. And then every other team was 1-1 and a 2-2. So not a bad advert for football. I wouldn't say it was the best for the weekend, but needless to say, there's some question marks, there's some good talking points. City's got to figure out a way to win. They're going to need to get a striker come January if it's going to be possible. Arsenal's going to need to do something a bit more when it comes to the attacking point of view. This is just a quick roundup on this one. Is it time to drop Saka? I think it is. He doesn't track back. He doesn't really offer much in defence on the side of where Tini is. I think that's something that needs to be addressed very quickly. I don't think you can play Saka, Odegaard and Smith Rowe in the same team. You're going to need to balance it out. Either get Pepe in there or you get Martinelli, but you've got to drop Saka for the next couple of games. You know, Arsenal played him a lot last season. Then, of course, he went to the Euros and he played some more football there as well. It's time to give this boy a break. Let him sit out for a couple of weeks and let Martinelli or Pepe run the show for a little bit. Or even put Martinelli and Pepe in the same time and drop Smith Rowe as well. I just think Arsenal need another outreach. I think they need something different. It's predictable what Arsenal are going to do with the same formation. But if you change the personnel up, then they've got a better chance of going forward. Now go on to United. My quick roundup for them. Let's get Ollie out. I'm joking. I don't, at this moment in time, it's quite tough, and I think Ollie's going to have to go back to the drawing board. He's going to sit down with Michael Carrick and the rest of his backroom crew and really sit there and think about what we're going to do next. How we're going to get more attacking style of football. How we're going to get more people in the box. How we're going to get more shots on goal, more shots on target. How we're going to create more. They're going to have to figure that out. There's something fundamentally wrong. They've got some great players there, but they're just not meshing together. Now, like I said, it could be the manager, it could be the players, it could be the best of both. But when you got the likes of Ronaldo storming off at the final end of the game, that tells you everything you need to know. He knows they have dropped 2 points. He knows, is this what it's going to be like for the rest of the season? He left Juventus because of that BS stuff that was going on there, and you can see what's happening to Juventus right now, and now he's come back to Old Trafford. I guess it's not what he's wanting to actually end his legacy as one of the world's best. Anyway, that is it. Thank you for watching for the Premier League review show on Monday. Of course, we're going to get the Champions League on Tuesday and Wednesday, and don't forget, we're also going to bring you on Friday, Game Day, Hype Day. That's just one of the best shows that we do here. Thank you for watching. I'm Ty Knight here for TK24 Sports, and we'll see you very, very soon. See you later.